All right, what's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna teach you how to do a very basic oil change. It's actually very simple, the few things that you're gonna need. So you're first gonna need a cardboard box. Then you're gonna need something to lift up your car. Today we're using ramps. And of course, you're gonna need your oil. You're gonna need your oil filter. You're gonna need a funnel. Then you're gonna need an oil pan. And then last, but most certainly not least, because you can't get the job done without it, you're gonna need a set of tools. So first thing we're gonna do is actually go ahead and lift up the car. Ignore the wheels, just don't look at them. They're ugly. Jacob, don't laugh. They ugly. Ignore this paint chip too. Ford, you owe me money. Warranty didn't cover shit. But cool, no, first thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna load up, we're gonna ramp up the car. So now that you've got the car lifted up on the ramps, next thing you wanna do is you wanna put your cardboard box underneath. And the main reason you use a cardboard box is to keep the oil from getting on the concrete, because it can stay in the concrete. And depending on where you're at, you just don't want that to happen, especially if you're in your own beautiful driveway. In this case, we're in a parking garage. All right, so now we're about to go under the car. You're gonna locate your oil pan where your car stores up all its oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys right now. So we got the oil pan right there, right? So we're about to go crawl up under here a little bit further. There we go. Well, this is gonna suck for me because I cannot seem. Ouch! And that's why you have a cardboard box. That exact reason. And you just let that fill up. And then in the meantime, if you're not an idiot like me and didn't forget napkins, which my buddy Jacob's gonna go grab me some paper towels right now, should be able to wipe yourself off. All right, so now that this is basically pretty much done dripping, actually, can you hear me that? You're just gonna wipe off this little surface right here, put your bolt back in, hand tight. And then you don't wanna tighten this down too tight so that way you don't have a hard time next time, so you just wanna give it one decent tug, and then that'll be good. Next thing you're gonna wanna do is, since the oil pan's right there on the Mustang GT, since the oil pan's right there, if you look on the driver's side, you'll notice right here is actually gonna be our oil filter. And I have mine hand tight because I've done my oil change before, but you might need to go grab a tool to loosen it up. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to slide everything over here, because this will drain some oil, because it does contain a little, not a lot, but it does contain a little. And then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to hold this. It's still a little hot too. You wanna see magic? Look. Bam. Gloves. Get back up in here. Where's it at? It's a little right here. So again, oil filter right there. You can have that. It's gonna drain. It's gonna get all over this, but hey, it is what it is sometimes. There we go. That's a lot better. Again, make sure you have your oil pan. Just got done removing that. Gloves all soaked in oil. So now the only thing left to do is put the new oil filter in, which I'm about to show you how to do. There's a little technique that you're gonna wanna do before you put it all the way on. And then we're just gonna pour the new oil in, and it's really just that simple. You're gonna wanna lubricate around right here. You're gonna wanna put some of the oil and go ahead and put some of that in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of pour that. Made a little bit of a spill right here, which is perfect because you get that on your finger. You need to just lubricate, and this is gonna help really seal the filter so that way there get no leaks. And then the reason why you put the oil in here is because when you drain out your oil like we just did, what you wanna do is when you first start up your car, you wanna make sure that your oil filter already has some of the oil in there so that we can go ahead and start moving it around, and you don't want it to really run dry. And so kind of just get it in there. We're actually gonna go ahead and put in a little bit more. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna slap this on and then pour in your oil into the actual thing, and we'll be good to go. You can kind of find it with your hands where it's supposed to go. You just tighten that down. So again, just hand tight for that. And at that point, you can clean everything up. So really those are the only steps you gotta take. And now we're on to the last thing, which is actually putting the oil in the car. So we're gonna go ahead and start that now. If you don't know what kind of oil you need, your oil cap will actually tell you exactly what you're gonna need. So for a Mustang GT, we use 5W20. Take this cap off, place it somewhere safe, and grab your funnel. We're gonna stick that in there just like that. Looks all smooth, huh? All right, so now that that's over with, we're gonna go ahead and just remove the funnel. We're gonna place the cap back on there. And then now what you typically wanna do is you're gonna wanna start up your car and let it run for at least a minute. You wanna make sure that you have no leaks, right? You wanna make sure you tighten down your bolt. You wanna make sure you have your oil filter tightened down correctly. So actually, last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of the old oil and we're gonna go ahead and filter it and dump it into these. and then we're gonna go to AutoZone, have them recycle it. They'll do it for free. Typically your local mechanic or any kind of AutoZone or O'Reilly's place will recycle your oil for free, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and do next. All right, so that's actually all I got. Hope you learned something today. If you learned how to change your oil, if this was your first time wanting to do an oil change, or your first video that you watched, your last video that you watched, I really don't care, whichever one. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, you know, just a good old thumbaroo. If you didn't like it, just, you know, I'm kind of surprised you made it this far regardless. I mean, I know it was a pretty short video, but what are you doing here? Anyways, if you're not already, subscribe, which I'm pretty sure you're not because there's only 175 of you guys, so hit that subscribe button for your boy. I do have a couple more videos lined up. A couple of them are just gonna be maintenance videos because I gotta do a lot of maintenance for this car just to get it back up and running again. I haven't driven it in a really long time, so I gotta do a lot of maintenance to it first before I can start doing any mods. I do have new wheels coming in, so I will be making a video over that, so make sure that you are subscribed so you can see the new wheels. So until next time, catch y'all later. Down, trade you this for that.
Drink it.
Drink it. If you real, bro, you'll drink that.
I ain't gonna do this shit.
Nah? What if I paid you $100?
Not even. Make it 200.
Bet.
All right. You can stop recording now.